Welcome to the Hudson County Show. Pat O'Melia here. You people are concerned Hudson County residents. That's why you're watching the show. That's why we do this live. We do it live on livestream.com. We do it live on Facebook. We do it live on YouTube. We do it live on Google Chromecast, Apple TV, your Roku network. We're on there too. You can find us on the live stream. The live stream app is free. You can watch my show and a lot of other programming on live stream. Download it. You know, our live stream website. We archive all our shows. We just did some cleaning up there. We got rid of some of the old shows. You don't have to, swipe through so many of them. But we are live. If you need some assistance, say you got some county issues, some municipal issues, some consumer issues, we're here to help you. That's what we do. It's how we cut our teeth back then. I don't want to touch my teeth too much. I was just at the dentist yesterday. North Bergen, let's see, we just had a huge snowstorm. And if there is one municipality in Hudson County that handles snow above everyone else, it is North Bergen. The land of Saco knows how to deal with snow. Johnny Shore and his DPW crew, excellent job. And in the land of Saco, North Bergen, it's a lot of hills. At least 50% of the town is a hill. When you're coming off Tunley, you see those hills? That's North Bergen. They keep those hills clear. I remember years ago coming out of Ridgefield Park on Christmas night. It was a snowstorm, and riding through Tunley Avenue, going home to Jersey City, and got to North Bergen. You could see the blacktop on all the hills. Everything else was white, except the hills in North Bergen. And I knew exactly when I got out of the North Bergen area because there was no more blacktop. John Shore and the DPW gang here in North Bergen do an excellent job, probably followed only by Brian Stack in Union City. But I'll give props to Brian, but the number one town handling snow is North Bergen. And even from parking, Robert Besselis and the North Bergen Parking Authority, they waived the meter enforcement right now because there's piles of snow at the base of the meters, and you can't get to them unless you want to jump over the snow. In Jersey City, we're doing meter enforcement. There still is the same piles of snow, but we're doing meter enforcement there. North Bergen, they waived it until you get rid of some of the snow, and Mother Nature does its job and melts it. Today it's almost 50 degrees, so we'll have some snow out of here. But great job again, North Bergen, Union City. I didn't go into Bayonne, and I didn't get into West New York or Secaucus, but I seen North Bergen. The studio's here in North Bergen. Excellent job. Good job, Johnny Shore and the gang. Remember, we are live here. And someday, and I'm dealing with Altice for that matter, hopefully I get to Altice, your cable provider here in North Hudson and in Bayonne. The company's stuck. It's simply, I'm on Comcast in Jersey City. We're live right now. Altice is still trying to figure out how they can get us live. I don't think they're thinking too much on it. But we're going to break for commercial, and when we get back, we got our Christmas contest winners. We got New Jersey Transit. We got Jersey's the last of the full-service gas stations. We're going to cover all that. We'll be right back. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. Me here, Pat O'Melia, you concerned Hudson County resident. I'm actually working the clock. We're down a man today. He's in our other facility. Now, I host the Tom's River Show in Ocean County, and I work the clock there. But normally I have a bigger crew here, but we're down one. We had the winners. We announced them. I want to show you the winners of our Christmas contest. We did Jersey City for 15 years. We did Bayonne, its second year. North Bergen, its fourth year. And Union City, its first year. So let's look at some of the winners, 3 in every city. Let's take a look here. You got 187 Avenue C in Bayonne. Congratulations. You're getting $1,000. That is a nice house. That was Greg Buckshawani from Crystal Clear. We did the camera work there. Nice job. Look at that, John. One thing Greg likes to do, he likes to zoom in a lot. He's a zoomer guy. All right, next up, we got 187 Avenue C. Look at that's a big house with a big front. What happened there? What happened to Avenue C? Oh, 125 West 5th Street. I guess it wasn't Avenue C. We didn't do a good job editing that. This has got the big front yard. For that matter, we had to go back and confirm the address on this one. We had to send Greg Buckshawani out to make sure the address. Great house here. That's a lot of decorations. That, we were talking there someday maybe just having one big contest. I think it gets really difficult to do. I kind of like each town having it in its own, but that's a lot of Christmas decorations. And, you got to realize the labor, the expense, and the time that goes into decorating to that level. And it's really impressive. And, tip of the hat to all of them. Well, tip of the hat, you're getting $1,000. Who we got? This is our other one. This is 146 West 32nd Street. Got Santa in the window. That's a pretty big Santa Claus. It's big Santa Claus. Another great-looking house there. You got to appreciate they go all the way up to the top of the house. They trim out the house. There's a lot of effort in that. You need the equipment, you need the ladders, you need somebody daring enough to go that high and really light up the house. You look at the pillars there for the front porch, all strung nicely. Really a great job. Very nice job. You got that's really a nice reindeer setup. They kind of look like real reindeers up there. They were furry. Excellent job. They decorated the bushes outside. Bayonne, you did excellent work. I sent a text to Nick Shabalotti yesterday to see if he wanted to do the honors of notifying the winners. I'm sure he will. We dropped some off notifications yesterday in North Bergen and Union City. We're going to look at Santa Claus again. This was the big thing in North Bergen last year. Where are we here? This is what? Oh, this is North Bergen. This guy was on Twitter last night. Great home. Excellent camera work because I'm the guy that shot this house. And I'm walking up the stairs. I want to show you all the Christmas decorations. Really, again, another house done to the hilt. And keep in mind the labor, time, and the expense of all these decorations that are put on there. You got to buy them, you got to assemble them, you got to install them. Really, really a lot of work. People proud of their homes, big into the Christmas spirit. I tell you, North Bergen really had the Christmas spirit out. Same thing with Union City and Bayonne. Jersey City, I've been doing this contest for 15 years. Tremendous houses. Now we already did the Jersey City ones on our show, but look at all the decorations here. They're articulated. You got the penguins ice skating up there. You got Santa Claus. You got Christmas trees. Excellent job. Excellent job here. 711 Grand Avenue. Wasn't this a winner last year? I think this is a repeat winner. I think so. I remember the house. Oh, look at that stairs. Nice staircase. As soon as you're walking in the house, you're walking into Christmas. Yeah, a little goofy there. Yeah, because those were homemade decorations. I think they were a winner from last year. I think that's a repeat winner. I'm positive they repeated. Actually, I think they were on the answer machine. They called. And they want the winning. So we'll have to set something up with Mayor Sacco. North Bergen's contest was sponsored by Tunley Square, an alley property here in North Bergen. Excellent, really nice work on his house. Now, you got both types. You got purchased Christmas decorations and homemade. But again, look at all the effort that goes into decorating these homes. There isn't an inch of that home that isn't decorated. All the way on the top, the house is all strung out. I don't think there's one bare window. That's a big mistake. People decorate the homes, and they don't do up the window. 712 Newkirk, They are on my answering machine also. Another beautiful house. A lot of Christmas lights there. The Nutcracker, yeah, you get toy soldiers, Nutcracker. I don't think those are Nutcrackers. Those are toy soldiers. Santa, you got the Happy Holidays. You got the Snowman. You got a little bear Santa Claus there. Again, you know these people look forward to the holidays. You know there's some guy. It could be a woman too. Could be a woman. I shouldn't say that, but you know, there's somebody has to go out there and physically do all this. I don't think Amazon sends any decorate. I wouldn't be surprised if Amazon didn't have decorating crews that would come by and decorate your house for you. Yeah, here we go, and this is where? Where are we now? Union City, the land of Brian Stack, 318 17th Street. Nice. It was the first year for those guys. And I tell you, you want to crank up the decorating volume, you have the contest. And when people see the real greenbacks being given out, they next year they decorate even more because you know, they see there's a real goal here. That's Jersey City. You know, we changed how people decorate there. The people are very involved in a contest. And you know where we got a lot in Jersey City? Sore losers. I got a lot of that this year. Not everybody can win. We do have 3 grand prize winners in every city. Not just one. There's 3 of them. And we try to make everybody as happy as possible here. This is 314 3rd Street. Well, not too far from Jersey City. Nice house. I like the icicles melting there. The pillars are done. The windows are outlined. You got a little hologram stuff going on there. Excellent work. This is real. Look at the porch there. You know, there's a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of expense. Boy, you could walking by that house, that catches your eye. That is really well done. You know, really a great job by everybody in all the cities. You got the Santa Claus there. You got the reindeers. And Santa. Yeah, good camera work here. This is the other Greg. This is Greg Schultz here. And this is 410 24th Street. I like the blue. You didn't see a lot of houses in blue, but I think you've seen a lot of them in Union City. You got Santa Claus. Not Santa Claus. You got a snowman. What is that there? A helicopter? I can't see it here. I see something spinning around there. Again, a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of expense goes into this. The nativity scene without a Santa Claus in it, I appreciate that. That looks like an older one of the nativity scenes. The Santa Claus and a Christmas tree, well done front yard. What we got peeking there? Is that Santa Claus, I guess? Excellent, excellent work here. We got a little Chilly Willy, the penguin there. Santa Claus with a big candy cane. Excellent job, guys. All the cities, Bayonne, North Bergen, Union City. I like those dripping icicles, and I like the blue. You've seen a lot of the blue in Union City. Great job by all. I'll be seeing you all somewhere, City Hall or at the sponsors buildings, but I'll see you all. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey. Hope you're watching the Hudson County Show. We'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. You watching the Hudson County Show? Pat O'Melia, you're a concerned Hudson County resident there. If you need to get in touch with me and need help, you got our website, hmgtvshows.com. You can get me on Twitter. You can get me anywhere you want. Need help? Got a story? Got an idea? We're here. Hoboken. Hoboken, that little mile square town. It's always has some issues. Hoboken is, Dawn Zimmer was the mayor for 2 terms there. She replaced my buddy, the mayor that got in trouble there for a while, but he was mayor for like 2 weeks. Peter Camerano. For some reason I got Gardano in my mind. Peter Camerano. There is always some drama in Hoboken, and Hoboken under Dawn Zimmer really went earthy there. They went a lot of parks. They went composting. They went catching rainwater in barrels. You know, you're a friggin' city. You're not the Amish country there, but maybe things change, or maybe they don't. You got a new mayor in there, and there is a turf war going on in Hoboken. Dawn Zimmer wanted to take the old dry dock facility on the edge of Hoboken on the Hudson River, and she didn't want to deal in good faith. You know, there was the hammer of eminent domain, and we're going to force you to sell. That didn't work out because they sold to New York Waterway, who is now negotiating with New Jersey Transit, where they would use that location for ferry boat maintenance. Now, you need ferry boat maintenance if you're going to have it. What you have in Hoboken right now is a case of an administration. I don't want to say the people. The administration, past and the present one, they want the benefit of the service, the ferries, but they don't want the responsibility of the nut and bolt aspect of it. A nut and bolt is just that, nuts and bolts, tightening it, making sure the ferries are in good shape. Presently, the New York Waterways maintenance facility is in Weehawken. But New York Waterways, you know, Imperial used to own it, the guy who used to own APA Trucking. He sold it to New York Waterways. And, you know, they leased the dock space and the facility from Imperial. And they're going to develop housing on the maintenance facility site. So New York Waterways has been looking, and New Jersey Transit have been looking for another place to do maintenance. And they've been looking for almost a decade. And they came down to Hoboken. Because it's a dry dock area there. It already was a maintenance facility. Hoboken's history was docks. You remember the movie On the Waterfront? Marlon Brando, that was Hoboken. See, what the problem with Hoboken, they don't want to be reminded of their former history, the history of Hoboken. New Jersey Transit, there's numerous problems in New Jersey Transit, but they're right in this case. They need a place to maintain the ferries. You're not going to have ferry maintenance somewhere in Pennsylvania or up in Buffalo. It has to be somewhere nearby where the routes are that the New York Waterways covers. So it would make complete sense to have it in Hoboken, right on the waterfront, where at one time that's what they did, the old dry dock location. Now, Mayor Robbie is talking about, well, it will block the views. People come to Hoboken to see the views. Kind of reminiscent of Liberty State Park and the marina situation there where, we don't want to block the views. Believe me, the ferries are not going to block the views of New York. I realize people in Hoboken, they like to look at New York City and long to go back from where they came. But you're not going to block any of the views. Believe me, these ferries won't do it. And they're pretty attractive looking ships. You know, it's not like the Staten Island one, which isn't a bad-looking one. But, you know, they kind of antiquated those. But Hoboken wants the dry dock facility for, I'll give you 3 guesses, but you'll only need one. A park. Isn't that something? Hoboken wants to build a park. Hoboken likes to build parks. And they usually build parks on parking lots. That's what they did on the western side. They built a park kind of in their the remaining industrial section, business section of Hoboken down by Academy Bus there. And you got I'm trying to think of the name of the building. You got the Hoboken Business Center, and there's a red brick building there that houses a bunch of small little businesses. It's still pretty much an industrial business area. You got, Observer Highway running through there. There's a, wrought iron steel guy. They built a park there. Now, I will guarantee you, if you went and spoke to the people who live in that area, would you, A, want to park, or B, continue to have a parking lot that can handle up to like 200 cars? Overwhelmingly, I bet they would have won parking lot, but nobody listened to them, so they built a park. Here's my problem with parks. Like I said, Hoboken doesn't want to be reminded of the past. The dry dock has jobs. It will have jobs. And it might even be, even with New Jersey Transit, renting it from New York Waterways, or how this deal is working out. They're not buying it. It's going to be like a lease back, buy, lease purchase, something like that. There's accounting reasons. There will be jobs associated. You might still receive property taxes from this Bayonne. Or maybe you can just work that in, because what's more red ink for New Jersey Transit than the red ink they're swimming in now? The dry dock would be a rateable. Parks are not rateable. Parks are an expense on Hoboken. Hoboken is probably one of the highest taxed municipalities in Hudson County or in New Jersey. And it would even be worse if it wasn't considered an Abbott district. If it had to pay for its schools. Now, again, Jersey City, my home city, we're Abbott also. They had a little artificial stabilization of the property taxes there because of the Abbott. Hoboken's park expansion, it's nice to have them, but do you need park after park after park? Because there's an expense. You got to maintain these things. You have to purchase them. You have to maintain them. You have to convert them into parks. And then there's the constant maintenance. And again, you lose jobs. Now, the Zimmer administration, I'm sure the new administration is going to probably still try to drop the hammer on Academy of Bus so they can build another park. How many more parks you want? I think the county just built a park there under the bridge. You're talking about blocking the views. I don't think you're blocking any views. And these ferries aren't ugly ferries. Not like you had the Staten Island, which they're kind of antiquated, but they're not that attractive. The long and short of it, what happened to Hoboken here, they wanted the property. They didn't want to deal in good faith. They're not going to get the property. New Jersey Transit will probably get the property, and it makes the most sense. If you want the benefit of those ferries, and they sell that Hoboken, they tell people, we got the path, we got the ferry service here, come to Hoboken, pay outrageous rates. But you don't want the responsibility of the maintenance and repair. They need a maintenance and repair facility. But Hoboken could have prevented this had they dealt in good faith with the owners of the dry dock land. They didn't do that. So I think, and it makes sense to me again, to have the ferry maintenance facility there. Yeah, it's got to be somewhere close to where their routes are. But in Hoboken, it was short-sightedness, and really, last thing you need is another park. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Hudson County Show. I'll be right back.
Introducing the MyJCMC app, powered by Practice Unite. The free MyJCMC app puts the power of healthcare at your fingertips. Go to the concierge for access to referrals, scheduling, and appointments, see emergency room wait times, and get directions to Jersey City Medical Center health locations. Read the latest JCMC news through their social media feed, find a doctor, and more. The MyJCMC app. We belong to you.
It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org.
We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. Pat O'Melia here. You're a concerned Hudson County resident. That's why you watch the show. That's why I do the show, and I do it live. By a live stream, by a YouTube, by a Facebook, by Apple TV, by a Google Chromecast, by a Roku, in a lot of ways. We were thinking about streaming on Twitter, but we would have to crank the quality of the video down so much that it's almost ridiculous to do it. You got to crank it down enough as it is for the streaming service. You go down to what Periscope does, and it's just not good video. Development and overdevelopment is a problem we've had in Jersey City for a long time, and I think the people realize now we've reached saturation. Recently in Tom's River, they had an election, municipal election. They have theirs in November, like we've moved in Jersey City here. Bayonne has theirs in May. Reason I bring up Bayonne because we're going to concentrate on that here. Tom's River, a GOP Republican stronghold. Ocean County is Republican. They had an election for 4 of their ward seats. They're a little different. The mayor and the council at large is run a different, like Hoboken does it too that way, and the ward council runs at a different cycle. Where normally, once you got the nod from the Republican Tom's River Party, you were in. Not anymore. Because of overdevelopment, which was one of the big issues in Tom's River, the overdevelopment along Route 9, 3 of the 4 seats astonishingly went Democratic. Nobody's seen this coming. Nobody even thought the races would be that close. 3 of the 4 went Democrat. The only Republican that was reelected was Maria Maruca, a friend of mine, by the way, the person that kind of brought me in the Seaside. We do the straw show down on the boardwalk there, and we have a studio down there also. She retained her council seat. Everyone else, all the incumbents, lost to the Democrats, and it was shocking. And we've had Tom Kelleher, the mayor of Toms River, here, and he's the one who said it. You know, it was about overdevelopment. It's time that cities look at what's happening in their own city or town or borough, whatever you want to call it, whatever city I'm talking to. You know, there's some townships in Hudson County, there's cities, Bayonne's a city, North Bergen's a township. It is time the public stands up and says what you want to see happen in your city. Now, you can't take away people's property rights. They have property rights. You know, you got to be respectful of that. On the other hand, you have to be respectful of the people who live in the town, the people born and raised in the town, the people who have laid down roots here, who are raising families. They moved to North Bergen or Bayonne, let's say with Bayonne, to raise a family, because Bayonne is pretty much a mom and pop city. You know, it is really blue collar, mom and pop. American flags on all the porches. It's probably the most patriotic city we have in Hudson County. When you ride into Bayonne, you're going to see a lot of American flags. And these people who have purchased homes and raised families or are intending to raise families moved to Bayonne for that atmosphere. The 2-family homes, 1-2-family, maybe a couple of apartment buildings here and there. You could park on your street. You're not overcrowded. But that has now changed. There's a lot of development going on in Bayonne, and people are upset about that. It will be probably the main issue in this May's mayor's election. The cycle comes up this May. And right now, it's incumbent Jimmy Davis versus the former assemblyman from Bayonne, Jason O'Donnell. I'm going to guarantee you development is going to be the big issue. Again, there's a lot of born and bred Bayonne people. They don't want to see all this development. They don't want to see the 30-year abatement, because those 30-year abatements are going to be shouldered by those mom and pops. This is going to be a big issue. Another big issue is going to be the revow that is ongoing in Bay. It might even be finished right now. They just got to release the numbers. Those numbers come out before the election. It's going to be a tough one for Jimmy Davis. People in these municipalities, like what happened in Toms River, eventually just said, I'm fed up with it. And I want to remind you, in Toms River, 70% came out for Kim Gardano in the last November election for governor. Yet in Toms River, 3 of those 4 Republican seats were lost to Democrats. Those are Republicans who were voting for the Democrats. Yes, Republicans who were voting for the Democrats, I almost excused myself, because they were fed up with overdevelopment. It's a matter of the people of Toms River just said, no, we're not going to put up with this anymore. We're taking back our town. What needs to be done in these towns, and we're having a situation in Jersey City too, over by Magnolia Avenue, east of Journal Square, behind the courthouse there. I think it's Perrin Avenue. They want to build a 6-story, 50, 60-unit apartment condominium complex there. And most of the neighborhood is against it. But a judge ruled that the development can go through. And their argument, the developers, well, we were being excluded from the Journal Square redevelopment site. Well, they weren't excluded. They weren't in it. They missed the redevelopment zone by about 2 blocks, but they sued to get in it, and it was successful. These are the things people have to stand up and tell their elected leaders, we don't want this. You know, we moved or we're raising our family in this town because we want the town the way it is. We're not anti-development. We just don't want an overabundance. We know what happens with overdevelopment. You got crowded schools. You have no parking. You see the effects of overdevelopment. The infrastructure, your sewer systems pay the price. Your streets pay the price. Your schools pay the price, because these abatements, they're not 100% funding those schools anymore. But those kids who were going to school from those developments, They're going to public school, and they're not paying their fair share there. That's the problem with so much development. Some cities, I don't know if Jersey City can stop it now. We kind of overdeveloped the downtown now. That's starting to spread into the rest of the city. And it's not 1 or 2 family homes. It's high-rises. Yeah, it's real high-rises, 40, 50 stories. And, you look at the traffic in Jersey City now. It is ridiculous here. And that's what Bayonne wants to avoid. So mark my words. The big issues in this election cycle for Bayonne for mayor is going to be development, the rebound, but I guarantee you development's number one. For that matter, here in Jersey City, we produced the Jersey City mayoral debates, and we produced them live. You watch it live on Comcast, and we had it on YouTube and Facebook and all our streaming services. We are going to offer to do the same thing for Bayonne, provided you don't have too many candidates, because we only have 4 podiums here. We will broadcast it live on our streaming networks. I don't know if Altice will be capable of a live broadcast at that point, but we'll edit it and we'll air it on Altice if necessary. But we'll broadcast them live on our streaming services. I'm willing to do 2 of them. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Hudson County Show. We'll be right back.
Meineke Car Care, conveniently located at 700 Tunnelly Avenue, Jersey City, half a mile north of County Road. Meineke bumper-to-bumper car care. Brakes, exhaust, oil change, wheel alignments, batteries, CV joints, and so much more. First-rate service at a price you can afford. All major cards accepted. Apply for a Meineke card. Meineke, Jersey City. Stop by and let Sammy check your brakes for free.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just 1 path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport. Live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. Pat O'Melia here. You concerned Hudson County resident there. And that would be Bayonne. It'd be North Bergen. It'd be Union City. It'd be West New York. It'd be Weehawken. Well, Weehawken, I think, is part Altice there. I know I'm forgetting somebody. What can I tell you? Phil Murphy, governor-elect, I believe he gets sworn in on the 16th, next Tuesday, I believe. He has asked for the resignations pretty much everybody at New Jersey Transit, their management teams there. And you know what? He's right. New Jersey Transit has to be remade. At one time, 20 years ago, it was like the jewel of transit, and it was well respected countrywide. Now, it's in disarray. It swims in red ink. And it will never get out of the red ink because there are so many problems. But a lot of those problems are political in nature. And that's where it becomes a problem. Mismanaged? Yeah. You got a lot of people with a lot of experience in transportation, but they're mismanaging this. And why? Political influence. What happens with political influence? People go to New Jersey Transit, many of these politicians, and they want things. Probably one of the biggest parts that add to the pool, an Olympic-sized pool of red ink, is the light rail. The light rail at Bergen, Hudson-Bergen light rail, which really only rides around in Hudson. Supposedly it's going into Bergen one of these days. That thing swims in red ink. Now, I'm sure it's utilized. When I see the light rail, and I see it going from Hoboken to Jersey City quite a bit, it is predominantly empty. And I'll see that from like 7 in the morning, then I'm back downtown around 3, 4 o'clock. It is predominantly empty. People who I know ride the light rail, first off, it is ridiculously inexpensive, and it's even cheaper when you don't buy tickets. And very few people actually buy a ticket. They might buy a ticket once a month, and they continue to use this ticket. It is astonishing how this happens. Now, my wife occasionally uses the light rail when I can't pick her up. And she's always talking about, I know a lot of people that, just don't buy a ticket. And I say, listen, buy the ticket. It isn't worth the $2 it is, or $2.50 or something like that. Because, if you get busted for not having a ticket, you're page 2 of the Jersey Journal with that last name. Buy the ticket. But it is so prevalent. Now, my wife was basically an honest person because, nobody else is buying tickets. That's one of the problems. But even if everybody bought the ticket, it is artificially low fares. But we have those artificially low fares all over New Jersey Transit. Bus service. The bus service, the politicians will go, and I've seen it in Jersey City. We got to cancel a bus line because the ridership is low. Whoa, you can't do that. We need these buses. You got to keep the buses. New Jersey Transit is dependent upon the state of New Jersey for funding. The majority of funding is your tax dollars. One of the reasons we raised the fuel tax so we can finance the light rail and buses and trains and all that, and do bridge repairs occasionally. We were doing it before, but now we need more money for that. We have bus service that is underutilized, but it's still going because the politicians, as soon as they hear we're going to cut a line, they go crazy. You need this, or you need to extend the line. You need that. Well, the lines aren't making money. There's a reason you don't see bus companies, private bus companies, running those lines because they're not making money. Now, if the municipalities in the state stepped in and said, those jitney vans, we should crack down all the time on them so they don't siphon away money and ridership from New Jersey Transit and the big buses, but we don't do that. But we'll still force New Jersey Transit to run the bus lines that are underutilized, and that just drains on them. They're constantly having money issues. Trains and train stations. Now, I'm sure the Lautenberg station in Secaucus, it must be utilized enough. When I ride by that on the turnpike, you could bowl in there and not hit anybody. I don't see anybody there. And there's just a big, vast expanse of space. I don't see anybody. I don't know if that is utilized to the max. Maybe if we built the Arc Tunnel, it would be. Maybe that's coming. I don't know how to do that. New Jersey Transit, they'll get budget cuts. But yet, the politicians still are insisting on, we want to do light rail. We want to run the light rail down to the Honeywell section on Danforth Avenue. We want to develop that, and we need the light rail. Actually, with the light rail, they always say, wherever the light rail goes, development goes up. Well, maybe somebody's turning around to the development because somebody's making money off the light rail, and it's not you, the people in New Jersey. You just keep funding this thing. And is it fair that somebody in, Livingston is paying for your light rail? No. New Jersey Transit has to look at their expenses and figure how they can cover their costs without relying on you. That's one of the reasons New Jersey is the -- tax state, because we underwrite everything. If it can't make it on its own, in business, private business, you have to cut it. But with the development that sprouts up, and everybody says wherever the light rail goes, development goes up. Well, maybe you should start talking to those developments and saying, listen, you're making money on that light rail that's swimming in red ink, and it's being underwritten by everybody in New Jersey. Maybe you should be paying the big on that. The other problem New Jersey Transit has is attracting quality personnel. They have a ton of jobs open, but their salaries are so low because they swim in red ink all the time, they can't attract qualified, trained, skilled personnel for whatever level. When their personnel retires, there's no next generation to replace them. There's no mentorship. There's no, we got the journeyman rail mechanic or bus mechanic or whatever training the next group of mechanics. That's just not happening there. They can't afford it. So Phil Murphy's right. He needs to remake the New Jersey Transit. But Phil Murphy's got to look at it, and he's a businessman. He's got to say, listen, we're not covering the expenses here. We got to look at the fares. We're talking about financing an Arc Tunnel. It's billions of dollars there. You have to look at the fare for New Jersey Transit and for the buses. Listen, if the rats aren't making money, rats got to go. For what we utilize up here, and again, I'm talking Hudson County, in Central Jersey, should they be paying for your light rail? I don't think so. And the other thing you need to do is get the political hacks out of there. Any political hacks, got to go. There's some places you can put political hacks, and places of importance you can't. And I think in New Jersey Transit, there'd be a lot of hacks. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Hudson County Show. We'll be right back. And again, we're doing this live. We're doing this live on live stream. We're doing this live on Facebook. We're doing this live on YouTube. But I'm mad you could send us a message if you want. But right now, we're going to break for commercial. We'll be right back.
Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintoproperties.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue in Jersey City. Your local collision specialist. Body and fender repair. On-site oven-baked paintwork. Fiberglass repair experts. Custom and classic car restoration. All insurance is welcome. 24-hour towing available. Licensed by the state of New Jersey. Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue, 201-222-3050. Plaza Auto Body, your bumper-to-bumper buddy.
We're back. You're watching the Hudson County Show. Yes, I got to work the clock. Look at the clock. Hey, listen, we're doing this live. I'm Pat O'Melia. You're a concerned Hudson County resident, whether you're in Bayonne, North Bergen, Union City, West New York. You're concerned. That's why we do the show live. And don't forget, with live stream, you can download the app. It's free. All my productions are archived there. We just cleaned up our website, HMG TV shows, but that really brings you to live stream when you click on that. There's a ton of other programming, so take the time, download it. It's free. There's a lot. You can even New Jersey Lottery's on there now. There's a lot going on live stream. Download it. Watch us on YouTube. Send us. Should I say that? Like us on Facebook, whatever. We should do that. Like it thing. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to. I guess you have to subscribe to us. Little by little, I'm learning the Facebook and the YouTube stuff. I think somewhere in the future, we're going to have to go all in on our streaming service. But for right now, what do you say we get back to the show? Yes, let's get back to the show. New Jersey is now the last of the Mohegans when it comes to full-service gas stations. We are it. Oregon went to self-service. We are it. Of the 50 states, we are the last. We're the last ones where you can't pump it. Now, I pump my own fuel. Now, I go to the same gas station all the time. I got my BP club card, whatever, and I slide it into the credit card thing, and it gives me bonuses. I get 3% off again, 3 cents and 10 cents. One time at BP, they send you these things in email. It's like a scratch off, and I won. I got my smallest car, the Kia, with me. You think I'd have the van this day? I put my card in there, and it says I'm getting 61 cents off a gallon. And I'm like, yeah, I got the smallest car. Where's the van that, takes like 50 gallons of gas? No, I don't have that one with me that day. I always had the van one. It's like 3 or 4 cents. But 3 or 4 cents, that's a fairly good discount. If New Jersey was to follow the lead of Oregon and the other 48 states here, we would become full service. But there would be such a massive loss of jobs. You don't see it. And, you go to the gas station, you see 1 or 2 guys working the islands, the pumps. I was a former when I was a kid. Pumped a lot of gas, and back then it wasn't computerized. Somebody wanted $10, you had to know the timing of all your pumps. Now you can set it for $10. There's no overages like in the old days. There's a lot of people who work in those gas stations, each one of those 8 shifts. If it goes full service, each one of the gas stations, big one, one with 6, 9 pumps, would probably lose 6 to 7 employees. Now, take that 6 or 7 employees and times it by every gas station you see in New Jersey. That's a lot of jobs. And don't buy into anybody who tells you that it'll save you money on the gas, because that never happens. no matter what happens in New Jersey, we don't save any money. When it was discovered that we were like the lowest in gas tax in New Jersey, we couldn't run fast enough to raise it. And raise it we did. But there was a trade-off. They took like a fraction off the sales tax. Yeah, let us hit you another 28 cents a gallon on fuel, and we'll take a fraction off the sales tax. Yeah, great deal. Only a Jersey deal. Anything can happen in Jersey, and it usually happens to you. Now, that is a lot. I don't want to, think about pumping in yourself. I pump because I want my tank full. Now, one of the problems with these attendants, as soon as the thing stops, they pull it out. It'd be like $21.83. I round it off. Yeah, it's $31, $31.50. I'm rounding it off. I want the tank filled. And depending on the pump, I might be able to get another gallon and a half in there. That gallon and a half could be important in a cold, or I'm on a long journey, or I forgot to fuel up. And that extra gallon and a half, that could come in handy. I don't mind the smell of gasoline on me. You can't smell. I fueled up this morning. Can you smell the gas? No. All you can do is hear me. You can't smell me, which is a good thing. Now, this may sound sexist, but I don't think women want to pay to pump their own gas. I don't think Jersey girls want to pump the fuel. Now, I asked my two daughters last night. Said, you guys, you want to pump your own gas? And I was like, no. They don't want to get out of the car. First off, they're gas stations. They're not dairies, so they're gas station clean. Actually, with the exception of Hess gas stations are always immaculate. The rest of them are just gas stationists. Like my daughter said, it's cold, it's raining. They all smell of gas. I don't want to get out of the car. I don't want to handle the gas. I don't want to have to put my card in there. But, I think I got time. Hopefully I get to be wise if you have a special card for the gas pumps. Because I had a situation where my card was, my numbers were stolen. But like I said, I break the law every time I pump gas. But, I want to make sure my tank's fill. It would be a huge loss of jobs for a state that needs all the jobs it can get. Jobs that we don't have to pay $5 billion in tax credits. And I'll be surprised we get Amazon. It would be nice to have it. I'd like to see it in Jersey City where we can have available jobs. I don't want transfer jobs in here. I want available jobs. But city, statewide, we are talking thousands upon thousands upon thousands of jobs. For people, some are skilled, listen, it depends on, you got high school kids, college kids, people working part-time, second jobs, or some people that don't have the education or skill set to move on from a gas station. And there are very few that do repairs anymore. In the old days, you had a mechanic and he was a gas guy, and very few stations have a repair aspect to it anymore. These are important jobs. New Jersey should just stay the way we are. Let us pump our own. Let us have the full service. People like me want to pump my own. That's up to me. And now the people will say, well, we can do it both ways. If we do anything self-service, it's going to cost jobs. We are all used to the price right now. It did go up substantially this year. I go to BP. I get sometimes 3, 4. One time, I think the most I ever got was 10 cents off a gallon outside of that scratch-off thing I won on email where 61 cents I got off. Keep Jersey full service. Let the people work. And they're making $10, $12 an hour. You see these people every morning. You're not as connected as you used to be because you used to make change and everybody's using debit cards and credit cards. But I want to remind you, each one of those gas stations, if we went self-service, probably 6 to 7 jobs in each one of those stations. Times that by all the gas stations in New Jersey, and that's a hell of a lot of jobs. It conceivably could be, 50,000 jobs, that sort of thing. So at least we're number one in every bad category. Let New Jersey be the only one that's still full service. And let people like me who want to pump it themselves, let me break the law. I'm a law breaker. I'm a rule breaker. All right, we're going to break for commercial. We'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Welcome to the Hudson County Show. I'm back, baby. We're back. I think I'm starting the show again. We're back. You're watching Pat O'Melia. You're a concerned Hudson County resident. That's why we do the show, because you're concerned. Now, as I mentioned when we were talking about the gas stations, recently, my debit card that I use for fuel, numbers were stolen. Somehow the numbers got out, but not the security number. That didn't get done. Somehow somebody got the numbers for that debit card, and they went to Xfinity in Pennsylvania, and they ordered some product. So I assume we're going to catch them people because it's got to go somewhere. So there's going to be a delivery made. Somebody's going to accept it. Through my sleuthing, my detective work, determined it would probably happen at a gas station, because they have the three security, the secret code in the back there, our security code. But they had the zip code and the credit card number. And the only place you get those two numbers are at gas stations. When you put your card in the pump, zip code, and of course the machine is running it. So some pump had a skimmer on it. Now, when I'm down in the other facility in Seaside, and I fuel up at two stations on Route 37, I believe one of those two stations had the skimmer that, copied my card number. I don't believe it was up here. But now, because of that, I'm looking at the pump and to see if there's a skimmer on there. I strongly say, I think I said this on the Jersey City show, if you bank with TD Bank, go to the TD Bank and get a special debit card with no more than $100 that can be charged on it. That's what, our camera guys get. And they can fuel up. And the max that can be charged any one day is $100. So that's kind of a useless card to steal. Never give out your Social Security number. Be protective above your ID. One of the things I need to speak to our elected leaders is trying to protect your information. We still operate, nothing really changes in Jersey. We operate like it's the 40s. Whether it's our pension plans for government workers, public information, I can get all the information. You get in an accident, everybody's got your information. You'll get letters from attorneys looking to represent you. Anybody can go online to any city and get all the information about your home. We need to look at that and say we got to restrict a lot of this because it's identity theft. 30 years ago in the 40s, 50s, 60s, there was none. And we still have the same stupid safeguards we had in the 60s, which is none. Today, we need to put some safeguards in there. Never give your Social Security number. My daughters bought a house in Seaside Heights, and we're getting Wi-Fi in there. So I'm handling the transaction with Optimum, Altice, the people I program with. They're giving me a hard time. They demand my Social Security. So I'm not giving you the Social Security number. You're friggin' nuts. I do this on TV telling people not to give out this number. You don't need it. I said, for that matter, we'll be happy to put a deposit down on the service. Arguing with me. We finally had to make some other phone calls, and we got it taken care of. Don't give out any of your ID. It's amazing. I'm talking to this woman, Ann, at Optimum about the broadband service. And I said, Ann, I'm going to make some phone calls. What is your last name? So we don't give that last name, or we don't give out our last names or employee numbers. Well, it's okay. You'll ask me for the most important number attached to anyone, but you won't give me a last name. Another problem with Altice. Santa Clara. A woman goes to Costco with a live Christmas tree she bought in December for Christmas and returns it. And the reason? It died. Now, you're laughing, but Costco gave her the refund. Of course the damn tree died. We should do this in Jersey. We wouldn't have to pick up these trees. Go to the Home Depot. Hey, she returned it on January the 4th. Go to Home Depot with your tree. Hey, it died. want my money back. Jersey City and Asbury Park are gearing up for pot sales. Some of these towns are very still leery, and there aren't any mechanisms in place to determine who's driving high on pot. It's not like a breathalyzer you can blow in. So there's still some issues with that. Governor-elect Murphy, it's one of his tent poles. He's going to legalize pot. And, of course, Jersey City and Asbury Park. Asbury Park I refer to as Jersey City with a boardwalk, are both gearing up for pot sales. We're going into the zoning, where you can have it, and how we're going to utilize it, and probably how we're going to tax it. I'm not sure. I'm against legalizing pot, but there's smarter people involved with me who know this more. Somewhere I read in New Jersey, we need to do a study to determine if pot is a gateway drug. Are you effing kidding me? We're going to do a study on pot now? Pot's been around a long time. I believe it is, but I'm only one person. But we're gearing up for that in Jersey City and Asbury Park, which, again, I always refer to as Jersey City with a boardwalk. Jersey City is getting 40 new closed-circuit TV security cameras, and they're putting it in the hotspots of crime in Jersey City. Now, if you looked at the little map they had, all the addresses, and you put it on a map, it's all around MLK Drive. And if you were watching my show on Tuesday, the Jersey City show, give Philip props on this. He's got the police force up to almost 950 with the next graduating class. Now we're getting some more CCTV cameras. We need more of those because a lot of bars are antiquated. They were purchased wrong. Grant money ran out that maintained the cameras or operated them, so those cameras went dead. Most of our cameras weren't working, and the ones that were horrible. These are supposedly 5 times better. Philip worked out getting the money for it. We want to see results with these cameras and 950 police officers. Props to Mayor Philip. Good job there, Steve. But I'll try to get him on next Tuesday's show. I'm going to go with this. And last but not least, I'll leave Liberty State Park for another show. Leonia, over by the GW Bridge. They've passed an ordinance that prevents people from taking shortcuts to get to the bridge or get out of the bridge or get off the bridge or to avoid traffic, any bridge traffic. And, there's bridge traffic every day. Governor Christie's whole political career fell because of bridge traffic. All right. Supposedly his people, people convicted, created traffic on the bridge for 3-4 days. All right. Who do we blame for the other 360 days of traffic there? In Leonia, they passed an ordinance that only residents could traverse the side streets or any side street besides the 3 main drags. If you're from Jersey City and you're riding through Leonia and they pull you over somewhere from Jersey City, what are you doing on the street? Well, I'm going somewhere. Boom, give you a ticket. I'm not sure if that's legal because if you can do that, we'd be doing a lot of restricting in our own hometowns also. Who the hell wants some of this traffic? If you're accepting Fed money for your roads or state grant monies or, unless you're completely funding your road paving and maintenance programs yourself as a municipality, I think you got to let anybody ride on your streets. You're taking taxpayers' money, and if you're taking it from the state or the Fed, you're taking it from all over. So if you're taking money from all over, I think you have to let people from all over drive. Now you can make it a real nuisance and make a one-way streets. We do that in Jersey City. If you're getting close to some of the main drag, you'll notice it's like one-way streets 5 in a row. All right, we're done. Hudson County Show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you Tuesday. Good night.